Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now y'all got to forgive me. I'm in the hotel. Had to fly one of the young men in my mentorship program and his family up to Charlotte, North Carolina. So he's gonna be at a kind of, I guess, a prep school near Charlotte. So just posted a message over to the Blessed Tribe. Looking for some support over up that way in case we need boots on the ground. But wanted to pop on and touch on this here situation. Now my son in the group chat, so I'm gonna miss that. Let me get my computer, maybe pull that up so I could talk on the what's it called. Y'all forgive me. But the the brother, his name is David Taylor. So it is said that David Taylor, and I think the name is Brennan, is the lady last name. Now what made this hit home is close to me, 15 minutes from me, is a very expensive neighborhood where I live. And the brother, his I think executive director, bought a 28,000 square foot house, or lived in. I don't know if she the one who bought it. They say the house was sold in 2022. So that's right after the pandemic, or right around the time everybody had money, was flowing in the door. It's probably when they made their most money. Say they have received over 50 million in donations since, I think it said 2014. The guy is a light-skinned brother with like a fro, and I done seen him get ridiculed by some of the reviewers on YouTube. He talks really crazy. He says very outlandish stuff. He go off. He be super duper angry. Be calling all kind of slurs. Be using all kind of homosexual slurs towards men. I mean, be going off. But he sit in a nice studio. Be raising money. I think I seen either on his channel or them showing him in a church preaching. And I am mind boggled. Like, I literally could go bury my head in sand. He was arrested, him and her. He was arrested in North Carolina. She was arrested in Florida. She was in a 28,000 square foot house. The aerial photo they took looked like it was two Benzes in the driveway with the red bow on it, like had just received delivery as a gift or something. I think they say the house was sold for $8 million. I know several people that live in that neighborhood. They make, millions a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 million a year. Like NFL coaches, NFL players, MLB players, MLB coaches. Like, it's a very exclusive neighborhood. And one of the neighbors was talking to the news and was like, everybody was saying, like, how can a pastor afford to live in that house? Like, that's crazy. And she was saying it's crazy for this to be going on right under our nose. And that's just, it's mind boggling, but it shows you how people do not mind playing with God. People do not, it's so many people don't believe in God. And that is what, and see, a lot of times people be thinking that that God be blessing people, and people be thinking that God got something to do with it, and God ain't got nothing to do with it. It's literally Satan and his principalities, and he uses these people. And then Satan has a lot of Christian atheists. This is what I try to tell y'all. There are so many people who call themselves a Christian, and they don't know God at all. Like, they go to church every Sunday. They say they are a Christian. They don't read their Bible, and they don't know God. Or they read their Bible and they can't comprehend their Bible. There are people who are under spells and witchcraft. The same people who call themselves Christians, but they do tarot cards and they do crystals and they read horoscope and they read zodiac and they believe in all of that. They watch porn, they masturbate continuously, they live in either fornication or adultery. It's these type of Christians that this David Taylor and his business partner takes advantage of. Christians who are not Christian, who are not seeking the face of God, who don't really know God. Like, I watched this man talk for like 30 seconds and just wanted to just end it all. Like, I'm like, how, where, how, when, like what? Like, who in the world believes this guy? Like, how does this guy have a following? How does this guy have an audience? It is just absolutely diabolical. It is mind-boggling. It is beyond mind-boggling. It is the most astonishing thing in the world. I just cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. But it shows you how busy the devil is. It shows you how many people the devil has. But it also shows you that you cannot play with God. You cannot play with God. And what they're arresting them on is like forced labor. Like, they had people who was quote unquote, they telling the people you serving God. And they got them as armor bearers. They working countless hours a day. They not being paid. They have to work in these call centers and call people and solicit money for the church, for the ministry. And they're told, if you don't make these calls, if you don't finish these calls, you're not going to get fed. You're not going to get paid. I don't even think a lot of them was getting paid. And so they getting arrested for forced labor, really, and some other stuff. But it just goes to show you, and let that be a lesson to y'all false prophets, y'all false prophetess, those of y'all who raising money in the name of the Lord, and you know you don't love God, you know you don't fear God, you know that you are after money, or you after fame, or you after both of them. Do not feel invincible. You next. Your number gonna get called. You cannot get away with it. These people been getting away with this for a couple decades, look like. At least over a decade. This man, David Taylor, and his partner. They say they've been raising funds. I think the thing said from the article, Google the article, David Taylor arrested or church leaders arrested. And it's like, I'm like, well, maybe the Lord ain't got no house like that for me. Maybe that's why. Maybe if you get in a house like that, outside of sports or music or tech or something like that, maybe you got to be doing something wrong. Maybe your heart in the wrong place. I don't know. But I don't even know if I want a house that big. It's just too many eyes on you. 28,000 square feet. Like, it probably was a former pro athlete house, and they probably got traded or career over and could no longer afford the house that they could afford in their prime. And that's what the person got. I'm sure I'm gonna try to buy it. I don't know, unless they were renting it. I might rent it for a short term for a month. Just see what it feels like. Just go in there and splash some olive oil and pray over it. Get them demons up out of there. See what that feels like. Give them a little visualization. But that goes to show you. And that's why I try to tell you, like, stop worshiping people. Stop letting people make you feel like you gotta go through them to get to God. There's nobody more anointed than you. There's nobody more called than you. If you know God, if you talking to God, yeah, people have different gifts, but God don't value nobody more than he value you. Like, God love everybody. He has no respect of persons. You could get to God. You could talk to God. You could get a healing from God. You could get a blessing from God. Just talk to him. Humbly, repentant. Just talk to him and let him pour out in your life. I'm finna up my prayer life. These demons is too busy out here. I'm finna up my prayer life. I'm finna start praying on a whole nother level. These demons too busy. These demons got too much going on. The devil out here handing out too many of his blessings, which are snares. But he got his folks out here looking too good. We got to up our prayer. We got to show the world how real God is, and through our peace, through our consistency, through our fruits of the spirit. We got to show the world that. This mind-boggling though. But Google it, look it up. David Taylor, arrested. You know, the what the Bible say, wages of sin is death. You know, he got caught up, and hopefully he gonna do some time. But I guarantee you, the man, whatever time he do, I guarantee you that man could get out, and he's still gonna have people. I'm gonna tell you, anybody that follow that man, David Taylor, and donate money, if you know somebody that have donated to that man or follow that man, you need to get them checked up. You need to get them a checkup, because they might need to be in somebody's home. They need to be in somebody's home. Them people is not supposed to be driving. Them people is not supposed to be living on their own. Them people is not supposed to be out roaming. It's not safe. It is not safe for you or nor I. Them people need to be in a home somewhere. The people need to have a flip phone, a cricket flip phone. The people do not need no regular phone. They don't need no credit card. They don't need no debit card. Them people need a charge card. And them people need a second signature before they buy a bottle of water or anything other than water. I'm trying to tell you, if you got a family member that donate to the David Taylor Ministries, I think it was something called Global something Ministries. Call somebody on them. CPS, DPS, CES. Call somebody. You need to make a report. I'm trying to tell you now, these people is not well. You cannot watch that man for 30 seconds and have any type of mental, emotional regulation and not have alarms going off like crazy. It like they preying on people who are just not well. They preying on people who not well mentally, emotionally, spiritually. People who like in like assistant living, to where like you at the behavior intensive group home, and then you do good for 5 years, and then you get bumped up to the less intensive behavior, and you do good another 5 years, and then you get bumped up to the assistant living, where you get to go get your apartment by yourself, and your support coordinator got to pop in on you once a week or twice a month or once a month, however, and you get to walk to work, or you get to catch the bus to work, or that is who these people is preying on. And these people get a check. They get a check from the state. You got to go get your clients and check their cards. They is donating to David Taylor Ministries. They watching it on TV or YouTube. I don't know if he on TV on that crazy channel late at night, with coming on before or after Peter pop off. You need to get your clients. If you have clients that's in assisted living, you need to check. If you have a mother or a father that is over the age of 60, you need to check their card statement. Check their card statement. They donating to a ministry they not supposed to be donating to. If it's not David Taylor's, it's somebody else's. I guarantee you, go look at it. Go look at it and see. And you need to monitor it. You need to monitor that stuff. These people out here is getting filthy rich. These people raise over 50 million. Now that's what they could track. This ain't how many people you think mailed in cash. These is the kind of people who will put cash in the mail. They parishioners are people who will put cash in the mail. These people, like Umar was on that video with all them envelopes, gifts, donations, gifts, more donations, more gifts. I say, Lord, I don't want to be like that man. What's that man name? The white man who he started a cult, and he had them people living on somewhere. I don't want to have no cult, but we might finna have to find us somewhere to live. As the devout Christians, those living for the Lord, we might have to find us somewhere to live. We might have to pool our money together and buy the whole state and just buy up all the houses off a double. Hey, y'all going somewhere, man. Y'all going with that foolishness, man. We finna sit here. We finna raise our families. We finna pursue our dreams. We finna work from the internet, work from home. We finna be at the coffee shop, but we not into all the foolishness. all of the foolishness out here, all the Umar Johnsons and the David Taylors, and you see how the stuff coming out. You see how the stuff coming out. I mean, lavish. I mean, lavish. They talking about David Taylor and them living lavish, boy. All kind of cars, houses, jet skis, all kind of stuff. They say they live the most lavish lifestyles. It's crazy. And then those of us who is on the road, now Umar being in a hotel every day because his girlfriend said the house too messy and got a moment at the house with bed sores. But on the road doing real work. I got a meeting coming up with a management company for one of the young men in my program, a management company. So I got a meeting coming up with the manager and the boy's mom. So if you see me out, listen, I ain't out fraternizing. It is a business meeting. It's just the guy who owned the management company was 2 hours away and got stuck in traffic. So we got to leave here in a little bit. But listen, out here doing real work and can't raise $2. Be out here. Hey, the link in the description. Now, no, we do have some supporters. We have some good supporters who have really blessed us. But think about that though. Think about if you have supported Tony Gaston Family Foundation. But think about, have you seen me since you start supporting? Go get me a 10,000 square foot. 28,000 square foot house, 10 bedrooms, 10 and a half baths. And when I do it now, Lord bless me to get that, it's going to be off business, not off donations. It's going to be off from a software company. Working on a company right now. I got a good feeling about it. It's a product. Got a good feeling about it. See, I'm going to do it off business and say, Lord, bless my hand in business. I don't want the Lord to make me rich through donations like a lot of these pastors. I don't want to be rich through donations. I want to be blessed and highly favored, pressed down, shaken together, running over from business, from the Lord blessing my hands at work. Hey, it's getting real out here. But hey, this Tony Gaston. God bless you. Keep your head up. Can't talk too loud because the thing paper thin. So put somebody in the comments right now. Tony, you kind of low. You're talking low on purpose because you wallpaper thin. God bless you. Keep your head up. We'll talk soon.